round 4, honorary round 4, against the red-green deck again. This hand only has one land in it, so I have to mulligan it. No Thoughtseize, so if he has a mana dork, might be in bad shape. I also have no removal yet. I have too many Grey Merchants. Grey Merchants aren't that good to draw this early in the game. Like, they're really good in your deck, as long as you can draw them, but when they're in your hand, they're not as nearly as good if it's not like turn 7 or something. So he has no mana dork. I have no plays. No Agent of Fates. His turn 3 and 2 are basically the same thing. Still can't play anything. I didn't draw a temple or anything. Is my turn 5 play really going to be Grey Merchant? That seems kind of miserable, but I guess I have to. Xenagos. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to. At least Grey Merchant blocks Satyrs pretty well. Can't play that unless I play my land first. Drawing another Night Howler is not ideal. I wish Grey Merchant could hit Planeswalkers. That would make the card much more flexible. Even though it's already like very good. There's the dragon. I'm surprised he's not attacking with Satyrs. I guess he just wants to use it for the mana later. So I guess I'll play another Grey Merchant. Like, I can bestow Night Howler, but it doesn't do anything. It's just +0/+0. It gives me 2 devotion for 4 mana, and that's basically my whole turn. So I don't think it's worth playing. So I'm just gonna cast the Grey Merchant. And pass turn. I have to draw an answer to the Stormwrath Dragon somehow. Like a murder would be good. Hero's Downfall. That's pretty much it. Death touch creatures are not very good against Stormwrath Dragon. Because none of them have wings. Not a single one of them. Elspeth would actually be pretty good if I would draw a white source. So he drew Voyaging Satyr. And it doesn't look... Oh, he's going to use the mana. Ugh. So he can upgrade his Stormwrath Dragon to dome me for 10 here. It's probably his best play. Or you can just jam more creatures, yeah. He's going for the win. So after this turn, I'm dead in 2 turns. So I need to draw that murder. Agent of Fates, it's not good enough. Agent of Fates would be way better if you didn't have a Xenagos. So I can cast Agent, then I get 2 more mana, so I make 6 mana off that. I have 7 total, so that's not enough. But if I just make 4 mana here, you can play Agent, and then 3 more to bestow it. It's like the same thing either way. So I'm just going to go ahead and play my Agent, tap 2 mana for the bestow on my Night Howler, and make him sack a Satyr. That's pretty much the only thing I can do. And now I have a 4/3, but still can't kill this guy. Yeah, I have to empty my mana pool. I can't really attack with my Grey Merchants, because then he can threaten lethal with Satyrs and a Magma Jet. Satyrs and a Lightning Strike. Yeah, it couldn't be Lightning Strike either way. Hits me down to 7, then attacks me for 7. So let's try the Ashiok into Keepsake Gorgon plan. I might not need Apparent Overlord. I think that might be one of the better board outs in this situation. So what did I take out last time with Disciple and what did I take out last time? A Night Howler. That's what it was. I think Overlord's fine. It blocks Dragon, which is kind of huge. It gives you a lot of blockers for Dragon. Sure, I'll keep this hand. Good luck, have fun. Again, there's no reason to play the turn. I mean, there could be a reason to play the turn 1 Thoughtseize, because for the turn 2 Eidolon, but since I'm on the play, I don't need to play the Eidolon on turn 2. His only turn 2 play is, again, Pilgrims and such. So this way I can Thoughtseize him, and if I drew a Temple there, I could play it. So he has a Satyr and a land. So I'm definitely taking the Satyr. But he also has a bow, a Xenagos, and 2 Arbor Colossuses. That's a lot of threats. If he had another land, I'd consider taking the Xenagos, but if he only has 2 lands, if he stumbles a couple more turns, I could try to kill him with some sort of Agent of Fates, Night Howler business. But I don't have an Agent of Fates. I thought one of these agents was a... If I play Night... He drew a... No, he had that Temple. If I play Night Howler here, it's a 1-1. And doesn't really do a whole lot. But that's pretty much the same thing it would be if I played Baleful Eidolons. And it gives me 2 devotion, which is why I'm considering it. It's the only reason I'm considering it. Because if I play Night Howler this turn, then plays Erebos next turn, then play Keepsake, like if I draw 2 lands in a row. Keepsake Gorgon, I have enough to, like I have Erebos on devotion, but maybe that's just not worth it. Well, my other play is Baleful Eidolon, and then next turn, enchanting it with Night Howler, which doesn't actually do that much. I think I probably just played the Night Howler. But I'll keep it in my hand in case I draw an agent or something. So there's his bow. He drew a forest. I didn't draw a land. So now I pretty much have to play the Night Howler. Because next turn if I draw... Actually, I just need to draw lands pretty bad. I can't really afford to not draw lands. There's the Nagos. And there's the agent. I should have played the Baleful Eidolons with the Night Howler. It sucks. Xenagos is such a problem. It's the #1 card that's hard to beat. You need to have a murder for it like ASAP, otherwise your agents don't really do that much. And I can't draw land to save my life. I guess I just play Baleful Eidolon. Like, there's no way I'm drawing 2 more lands to bestow it. What sucks is he can monstrous his Polis Crusher and get to kill like one of my creatures. Because they're all enchantments. Like these 3 are enchantments. I can't even block this with a Baleful Eidolon. But I can block with Agent of Fates, so that's what I'm gonna do if he attacks with it. Which he also has like 2 Arbor Colossuses in his hand, so it's probably just worth it for him to attack. This is, if I block with Night Howler here, my guy doesn't die, right? Because they both die. I don't know. I want to find out. Oh no, he can just pump his guy to make a 3/3. That wouldn't be good. Okay, let's just block here. Like, he can pump his guy with bow to make a 3/3, and my Night Howler would also only be a 3/3. So he gets to trample and kill my Night Howler here, which sucks. Okay. So it's an uphill battle. I need to draw something other than Erebos. Specifically a land. I don't even know if... like, if I can play Keepsake Gorgon, and he has 0 threats, and I can get Whip out, I can probably win this game. But since he has 4 Satyrs in play, an active Xenagos, and 2 Arbor Colossus in his hand, I don't think I'm really going to get there this game. Like, this is a ton of damage. Where's the Arbor Colossus? I know he has them. Did he just drop Lucranos? Yeah, I probably knew he had that as well. Oh. So, I went for the play of taking his mana source and hoping I drew some to punish him for keeping a landline hand, but I actually just didn't draw any lands that game, so it happens. Like, this is actually the biggest strength of the red-green deck. It just punishes people for misstepping. Like, you can't misstep against the red-green. I said this last time, but it bears repeating. Like, if I fall behind a little bit, it's just not going to give me any ground. It's just going to crush me. Because the way block works right now, is that the threats are just way better than the answers, like by miles. Like the best removal in the format is what? The Hero's Downfall? That's a single targeted Doomblade, basically. So if you place two creatures that are both like Doombladeable, and I draw a Doomblade, like I'm very far behind still because I trade one for one and I'm still dying to this card. There's like zero rats in the format other than Elspeth, which is why Elspeth is so good. Which is why people are playing it in this deck. So let's conclude here. Do I like this deck? Yes and no. I really, really, really enjoy playing the. Yeah, they were very lopsided matches, but that's pretty much block right now. It's fairly lopsided unless you're playing the mono black mirror, which is one of the things I quite enjoy. I really enjoyed playing the mono black mirror, and I really enjoyed playing this deck against red green. Because the deck's very good if you can survive long enough. Of course, if you stumble a little bit, you're dead, but you know that happens against every deck with red green. But I kind of stopped playing this, more started playing red green because red green's just easier. Like it's a lot more punishing. It's pretty much by far the best deck. I've been playing Naya some recently because Elspeth is extremely strong in this format, and the difference between playing Elspeth and not playing Elspeth, it seems like there's like no reason not to play Elspeth. So I've been playing red green with Elspeths, which basically describes the deck right there. But so would I recommend white black? I think it's a fine deck. I wouldn't dissuade anyone from playing it if they wanted to, but I don't think it's the ideal deck for the format. Like I think it's sort of like a there's no reason not to play red green right now, other than expense. Like black, this deck is much cheaper than red green. Red green's very expensive. So this is actually a really good budget option. Like if you want to remove the Elspeths for budget regions, you can as well. But like the just the mono black deck without Elspeths pretty much plays the same with Elspeths and without. The only difference is you'll lose fewer games to overextended red green decks because Elspeth does bail you out of that. But yeah, if you don't have the budget for red green and want to get into block, I think black is a very good option, especially since in the next bit is actually supposed to shake up everything as far as I understand it. There's supposed to be 5 more gods apparently and more dual lands. So obviously, when a format's size like gets expanded by a third, you know, it's probably going to be some pretty serious shifting around. But for right now, I think black is a fine choice. I would not look down upon anyone who's playing it. Unlike that blue-white deck, I think that blue-white deck's pretty ambitious. Like, it actually absolutely crushes any slow decks, but red-green's not really a slow deck, and it does not have any problems with that deck. Like, if I'm... this is going off topic of mono black, because it's not even remotely discussing it, but the reason I don't like losing to blue-white is that I don't think it's a good deck choice. And this is because if I'm playing red-green and they're playing blue-white, literally the only card you have to care about is Cavalry Pegasus, because all your creatures are individually better than theirs. You can race aqueous formed Fabled Heroes pretty easily. Plus you usually have 4 Polis Crushers in your deck to kill the enchantments, like the aqueous form, which is the only problematic one. Because if they go, even if they go turn 1 Guy, turn 2 Ordeal, and you go turn 2 Manadork, turn 4 Pelucranos, you're like not behind. you have Pelucranos in play. Like they have to draw a lot of God's Willings to stay competitive, which is one of the things I hate about the heroic deck. Is you always have to play God's Willing. Like if you go back and watch my videos, I'll say, you know, if he has God's Willing here, I'll be like bring up God's Willing continuously, because it's literally the only card in that deck that has any decision point to it. For an opposing player, not for the actual pilot of the heroic deck. Because like that's basically the only card that they have that interacts with you, which is not particularly fun. I don't really enjoy that. It also like stops you from doing things, which sucks. But Yeah, that's why I don't like blue white. I don't feel like it's well positioned against anything but very slow decks like people playing blue black control still or this mono black deck. Everyone's just playing or the white black red control deck with like Anger of the Gods and Elspeths. But like the red green deck is 50% of the metagame, which is gigantic. If you play in a daily, you're gonna play against two or three of them guaranteed uh, in the winners bracket, which is where you want to be. So I don't, which is why I don't have a problem with mono black because if you're gonna play against two or three of the deck, and the matchup's not that bad. It's actually very good the longer it goes on. Like the your chance of increasing or winning increases with the length of the game. So, which isn't the case with a lot of decks against red green because they don't let the game go long. They just pile you into the ground. Which is why blue black is not good because it can't close out a game. It doesn't have the power of like Gray Merchant or anything like that. But I think I've gone on a long tangent already. So I guess I'll just wrap it up here. Mono black, good. I'm sorry I performed poorly, but I did highlight the weaknesses of the decks, and you could see the strength in the third round against red green, which is the strength of the deck. It's incredibly strong the longer the game goes. So, yep. Thanks for watching. I'll be in a couple weeks. Uh, I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing yet, but we'll figure it out before the time comes. So, thanks for watching.